What's going on, everybody? RE Solutions here with this week's Tidbit Thursday. Yeah, kind of started off a little bit different, and obviously I forgot to unmute the mic. But anyway, we are here with this week's Tidbit Thursday. Today we're going to be talking about some builder incentives, and pretty much it, right?
Yeah. Builder incentives. Today we're talking about builder incentives and what you can expect.
All right.
Yes.
And we're back real quick. You know what's throwing me off? Belinda's not here. She's not feeling well. So,
Okay. Nothing. Let's just.
Okay.
Alrighty. So
So
go ahead.
I was going to say. So for those of you who don't know who we are RE Solutions. We are a residential real estate and property management company that loves to help and educate individuals and help them find solutions for all their real estate needs. And today we're going to be talking about builder incentives, and we're going to let these people take care of it. I'm just going to stand here and comment like I normally do.
Awesome. So as far as builder incentives, more and more people have been looking towards new build, and it's definitely one of those things that I personally I always push for a new build, and I always push for a new build specifically for that new customer consumer who wants to get into the real estate market, but isn't sure how to take care of a house or how to do anything with a home. And so with all that taken into account, we wanted to try to see about all the incentives because of the market shifting that's being offered right now by a lot of these new builds. So with that being in mind, a majority of them are really offering a lot of money.
Yes. So it's always cash. So whether traditionally it would be about 10,000 or they'll say closing costs up to, but now we're seeing bigger amounts.
Larger amounts, yes. Anywhere between 20 to 40,000 based on builder. All the builders are different. Now, mind you, even as we're giving you this information, what's amazing about new builders is that it's ever changing.
Yes.
So even though we told you today at 1 o'clock on Thursday that it's 10 to 40,000, you might go there tomorrow and find out it's already something new.
So one of the ways you can use the money, of course, is to cover closing costs. And so some builders will say up to this amount. Some builders say we cover all of closing costs, regardless how much it is. So that is so you can use the closing costs that way, the money that way.
The other
rate.
Right. I was going to say the very next thing is rates.
Not rates. I said upgrades.
Oh, upgrades.
Yes, I use the money for the upgrades.
Well, a lot of builders now, especially your middle grade, they already have the house already thought out. And so places like D.R. Horton, they're not going to be able to make any changes, but maybe some of the higher ends, yes, they will give you that extra cash and you can use it towards upgrades that you want in the house. So, yeah.
So as far as the rates are concerned, I think we've all heard on the news, rates are going through, they're increasing rates, they're calling that they might even go higher, and individuals feel at this time that this is the time that they feel they might get a good rate for themselves. So one of the things that they're offering a lot of these builders is a rate lock. So some of that money will be paid towards holding your rate at a certain amount to ensure that by the time your build is completed, that even though the rate might have shot up 1 or 2 basis points, you'll still be at the original when you sign the contract. And it normally takes money to hold that rate in place for the lender. And that portion of that money, based on that, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, a portion of that can be used to hold that rate in place to make sure it doesn't go too far away from your affordability standard.
Yeah, because some lenders, especially the new builds, they're able to hold a lock now for much longer. And then what they'll do is the extra cash they buy down, they buy down the discount points to keep it there, or to, and some of them are doing like a buy down where um, in 4 months it goes down. You get the loan, and then within a year, um, let's say you start at 3.75, and then a year later you actually go down another point. So they're just doing some really creative things right now with the money.
So these locks on their preferred vendors, preferred lenders.
Yes.
Mhm.
But so builders always, all these incentives are always with their preferred lender, okay? Because the lender is usually the one providing the money for it. So another way they're using cash now, I know some communities have actual extra money they offer extra incentives for military. So whether you're active duty, retired, they'll give you some extra, like say example, 2,000, and then you can use that money however you want. You could put it towards the price. You could put it towards your closing costs, upgrades maybe. So, but it's your choice what you want to do with that money.
And with the market being the way it is, I feel as though a lot of these incentives are being used to try to help you as the consumer or the customer come in to make sure to be able to afford these properties, because the cost of the actual home isn't going down. These rates are the rates that they're being put out there is designed to kind of help you keep you in place. So although you might hear that the markets are crashing, or they will crash in certain areas and in certain instances, it's not always necessarily the case based on the market. So the San Antonio market, we're not really going anywhere.
It's still strong because we talk about this over and over again. We're a military city, so we have folks coming in and out, military, the medical. So we have a lot of strong industries in San Antonio.
And those strong industries are keeping individuals moving heavily to the San Antonio area. And with that, we still don't have enough homes for people looking.
Yeah.
Which is why if you're new to San Antonio, or if you ever come to San Antonio and you spend some time driving around 1604, which is the larger highway around the city, or if you spend any time just peeking out in different directions, there are new builds everywhere. Yes. They're building non-stop. The amount of builds that we have seen, they're consistently reaching out to real estate agents, regardless of your brokerage, reaching out to say, hey, come see our new community. Whether it's an acreage community, a small community, a large community, a master planned community, they're everywhere.
And this is where I'm going to take the time to plug in Petranco, because the west side of San Antonio is probably the fastest growing side of all of San Antonio. Petranco, especially Petranco, Culebra, Bandera area. But obviously, we like to try to focus on the Petranco area. We have seen so many communities just blowing up here, up and down Petranco outside of 1604. A whole bunch of commercial properties are coming up. Of course, we know we have HEB up here now, and a bunch of fast food restaurants, and it's just growing so much. Poppy and I did a video on a couple houses in Redbird Ranch, which is a subdivision that actually Denise and I own a property there since 2008.
Yes.
Since 2008. So Redbird Ranch has been around for a while, but they're still building there.
Oh yes,
they're still building there. I mean,
and
it covers.
And it's going to continue building.
Yeah, and it covers Bexar County and Medina County. So Redbird Ranch is in both of those counties. So it's this whole side, and of course, in between Petranco and 90, it's growing like crazy. Just down the block from where Denise and I live, off of Petranco and Grostenbacher, they're building another community there.
Yes.
And going down close to Market towards 90. There's like 3 or 4 other communities over there. So it is crazy with the amount of houses that they're building. But yes, you're right. There's still not enough for the individuals that are trying to come in and stuff like that. So,
But the good news is, if you are buying your first property, you're young, and you don't mind a smaller home, you can get a property now, a brand new property for about 210,000, which is pretty good. Brand new, between 12,000 and maybe 1,300 square feet. That's good for a first-time home. And then of course, if you want something bigger, then you're talking about 300s. So with these incentives, new builds is a good, viable choice.
Especially for that new person, that new homeowner starting out from scratch.
right.
It's a great start. Warranties, and most of them are about 10-year warranties on the foundations and the home itself. So just real good stuff there.
Yeah. And obviously, all these communities have a sales agent that's usually located at the what do they call it?
The community.
Not the community, the home.
The model homes.
The model home. So there's usually a sales agent at the model home that you can go and talk to yourself if you want to. But we do advise you to take a realtor with you, because the realtor obviously is going to represent you in the sale of the home. You're not paying the realtor. The builders will be the ones paying the realtor and stuff like that. So, but it's good to have that representation throughout the sales process, because it's not a quick sale. A lot of these are going to take 2, 3. If you're getting it built from the beginning, it's going to take 6 to 8 to 9 months to get done. So you do want somebody that's going to be watching over the timeline of this sale. So you suggest you go with a real estate agent, and even if you don't go with the real estate agent at that time, make sure you have representation. And when you go to speak to the sales agent, let them know that I do have a real estate agent. They're not with me today, but so and so is their name, stuff like that. So at least they know they can't put anything by you.
Looks like we got a comment.
So, what comment is this? It's probably Belinda.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to buy. Yes,
Yes,
it's always
is.
a good time
It's
to buy.
always
Every day is a good time to buy in San Antonio. Actually,
Well, we've
anywhere,
got
so.
anywhere, but San Antonio market. So when they reference all those San Antonio markets, not San Antonio, but markets in general, coming for possible crash, San Antonio is not listed. Austin and Dallas are
Keep it
listed.
weird. Keep it weird, Austin.
But San
Keep the stuff going
Antonio,
up.
not so much. And they just recently announced that there is a chip manufacturer or chip factory
Microsoft.
that they're coming to San Antonio. So one more industry that is
More people coming.
more people are going to come down. They've got to fill those.
Where are they building that?
I believe that's going on the east side.
Is it on the east side?
I believe that's going
That's
on
okay.
the east side of town, but that's
You
okay.
can still live on the west side or
Yeah.
northwest side.
We got Amazon. I'm just kidding.
Alrighty.
But I did want to plug in this. So we do have a Facebook group called Petranco is Growing. I would like individuals that are interested in information on Petranco, in and out Petranco. Basically, we're trying to post things in here of stores. Like I just posted Smoothie King.
Mhm.
Denise and I went to the Smoothie King yesterday, just opened up a few days ago and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stores opening up, a lot of shopping centers opening up in and around San Antonio that we're going to go ahead and visit and stuff like that. And we're going to be throwing on here some communities. Pompey and I, like I said, did a couple of showings on 2 properties in a Red Bird Ranch, showing the difference between, or what you can get between $330,000 and $350,000. Basically, just 2 houses right now that we show. But this is something that we're going to be constantly doing and posting out here. So if you know anybody, or if you are interested on getting to know more information on Petranco and how it's going, go ahead and join this group. So, anyway,
Alrighty.
other than that, we have nothing else, right?
That's
Think we're
right.
good.
Nothing else. So we will see you next week. Next week's the stats, right?
I think so.
Because I said it was stats this week. Next week is stats.
Okay.
And hopefully Belinda will be with us. So
And
Anyway.
so have a good
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Labor Day is on Monday. We still work because we're realtors. But You have a good day off. If you need somebody to show you some properties, give us a call.
Yes.
We'll be working. All right.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.